Okay, I've got the bike wired on next to this at the moment. I've got it open. I do have my default one in. This was a guess as to what the product was. I have just done this. I'm just doing it again because I didn't capture it. But I've come in here. These are enabled once you've chosen one. I think that's just to get it close so it knows what it should be trying to do. But I'm going to read part number and serial number. And I know it says turn it off. I don't know why. I'm going to try it without. I did turn it off before, but it just sort of seems a bit weird. Anyway, oh, you can actually see on the bottom here it's kept it from last time. Yep, so that's what we got. Let's just open a new, let's say yes. And I'm going to save that. Save as official. No, I'm going to put, yeah. I should put the number plate in, but I'll just put that because now, yeah, that is official. Now I'm going to read the VIN. I'm not even going to bother. I think that's just making sure in a different environment where you're mucking around with it. Okay, didn't know that before, so now I know well, actually, I should know it. Is it correct? Yep. Just checked on the frame. So that's correct. And let's see. So under the circumstances, we can get started. So let's start with, let's, not that it matters, and we'll disable closed loop. And we will go with just that. So what's under limiters? Do I care about rev limiter? No. So save it, not that I think it matters. Okay. So this is a new one. Okay. So I have confirmed, well, yeah, because it asked me to redo it all. I understand I won't be given if I check an item that's not true. Well, the updates are current, but that's BS. I'm in tech. And just got to make sure the damn thing doesn't crash. Actually, updates are more likely to bloody crash. Or maybe that's their point. They don't want an update to run while it's fucking going. Actually, in that case, I should probably set the connection to metered. But given this laptop only got installed last night, it's up to date. Yeah, last thing you want is the updates to kick in while you're trying to do a bloody write to firmware and have the whole thing cark it. This thing's got enough grunt to handle all of it, so I'm going to do that. Laptop power supply is plugged in, although battery would be a good backup. Motorcycle is not quite connected to a charger. I have a massive power bank that I use, battery pack. So effectively it has got some serious backup to it. I read, yeah, I'm writing to the correct. Well, better be, otherwise they screwed it up. I indemnify them. I understand I won't be given if I check an item that's not true. Oh, guess what? Agree to all. Well, I suppose I should have just done that in the first place. Okay. You ready for that? Harness is correctly installed. I'm reading over here now. Bike is in neutral. Oh, okay, there's a thing to check. Yep. Kill switch is in run position. That could matter. We are in run. Okay. We are not running. Okay. Yeah, I suppose while you got this all hooked up, if the battery goes flat on the bike, you could be screwed. So, kill switch is in the run position, ignition, 12 volt power supply is on. You can hear the bike whistling away at me. Computer with USB cable, well, it'd be pretty pointless trying to write if it wasn't. Bike is on battery charger. Oh, actually, network. So they were saying that you can't run it offline. It seems to be running offline at the moment. You've failed write ECU and lose a key. What does that mean? Okay, gonna do it this time. So we are off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've turned it on and we are going to press OK. Beginning communications. We've got our log down the bottom down here. Reading ECU details. Looks like it's connected to the bloody Wi-Fi upstairs, which is a good effort, but it's a bloody stadium level Wi-Fi, so I'm not surprised. Oh, how long have we been doing this for? Oh. Oh, the tone on the bike just changed. Oh, let's set a race success. Yeah, so I'm presuming the whole, connected to a charger thing is because, well, these batteries, if they're getting down, they can be down nearly around 9 volt. And, yeah, the last thing you want is for a low power situation to occur, a low voltage situation to occur. And given the, because I cracked the box open and had a look inside, there's a couple of RS232 chips in there. Actually, a couple of different ones. So they've gone to a bit of variety there. So, yeah, there's an RS232 chip there that probably, and there's a comparator chip in there as well. And it could very well be that there's a dependency on the voltage levels being right, which is why they want the charger in there, just to make sure that there isn't any issues. Because, yeah, if the signal running through the comparator in order to, reduce it or potentially reduce it from 12 down to whatever, if that signal's not reaching the right levels or is triggering the comparator at the wrong points, the signal gets screwed up. They're expecting a certain bit rate and whatnot. You could lose things. So, yeah, having the voltage stable is probably a really, really good thing. my power bank churns out more than the bloody battery that's in the bike, so it's not really an issue there. And it's LiFePO, so it's actually churning out a bit higher. I actually use it to charge the bike. Now, yeah, looks like it's working, so we'll just have to see. Problem is I'm not in my gear, so I'm going to have to go back up, get all geared up to go take it for a ride and see if the two changes made a difference. So I really wanted to check if the O2 sensor feedback loop was an issue, because it could be the O2 sensor could be looking at the gases and that coming out of the engine into my modified exhaust, which is flowing a bit more freely than previous, and it could be considering that it's actually running rich when it's not. It's actually running lean, and so if the O2 sensor is sort of getting in the way there and telling the ECU the wrong thing, then it's probably compensating the wrong way. So I might find that just doing this is all I needed to do. So now I'll have to check the key part of this, see what it has to say about that. So this looks like it's working. So up to 4 minutes. Now I can, taken 4 minutes to do this. I can see why they're worried about it dropping out. If you think, oh I'll just quickly write to it. It's like, no, this is slow. Oh, the box for it's got a CAN bus chip in it as well. So went through in detail and sort of had a look at what was in it. The main controllers, ST32405, which is an interesting chip. It's sort of a smart one given what they're doing. It's actually got three USB controllers in it, and I think a CAN controller, or a whole heap of relevant stuff. So, and given this is basically just a big interface and database, data logging and whatnot, like it's got all the SD card stuff in it for Flash, and it's got its own Flash, so which is why the time works, and it's got the real-time clock in it. It's got its own backup or battery backup, so it can actually run and shut down. Oh, hearing fault codes. Bike is starting back up, so that sounds positive. Turn ignition key off. Wait for 10 seconds, turn ignition back on. That's a different message. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And okay. Well, the bike looks okay. Lights all look normal. So let's look at sorry. What I want to do is have a look at new. Oh no, I want to save. I want to have a look at new bin file. I want to see the keys. This changed. There we go. I don't know why they. Okay. So Yep, bike, that, part number, serial number, and keys used is now 1. So we've got our right device. So let's go. How do we get back? I'm gonna just kill it. Okay. Should we start her up? Let's start her up. It's gonna be loud. Actually, I'll put muffs on. Okay, earmuffs are going on. Well, don't know how well that recorded. See if anyone's ears are intact. Let's stop that. And okay, does that save? Oh, it probably did. Did it? Okay. It could be interesting. I'd like to know it's saved. Let's see. Well, I noticed when I came up it said connected, so this actually triggered. Okay, so I can clear fault codes there. That's kind of handy. Data viewer, open log file. No, that's just the old one. Wonder if I put one on the. Oh, actually, while we're here, let's go and see if it stuck one on the box. 7th versus the. Where are we? No. So it didn't log any of that. It was purely live. That was interesting, actually, that it was purely live. So how do we save that? So the engine data didn't save it. Okay. So that was just that. Other maps. Yeah, not playing with that. Fill maps, configuration. Oh, that was Yeah. So I went through these before. Oh, I didn't go through this. This one's like, nah, we're not doing that. I want it separate per gear. So, nah. So, and yeah, this stuff, it's not really relevant. I'm not in the position to want to be changing that. So, I'd call this a win so far. I